may stay, but I just wanted to know. I hope he buys you flowers, I hope he holds your hand.
Woo! Can we just take a second to appreciate what we have just seen, what we have just heard? Oh my god!
Today's video is another reaction of DIMAS SENOPATI. So I already did some reactions of him here on my channel.
So without further ado, let's dive on in.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, I love this song so much, guys. I'm super excited. I think he... his voice is very different from Bruno's voice, so I'm very excited to know how it's gonna be his voice.
Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it does sound the same. Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now.
He has a more higher tone.
Our song on the radio, but it does sound the same.
But it's very well seen.
When our friends talk about the old, it doesn't just steer me down. My heart breaks a little when I hear your name.
Let's stop there quickly. So, now if you've been watching this channel for a while, you will know this. I bang on about this all the time. But there is an area of your voice called your mix, and it is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a mix of your chest voice and your head voice, and you're finding that happy medium between the two. And the whole thing is just effortless. It looks like she's not trying to sing, which again, if you've been watching this channel for a while, say it with me, you know what I'm going to say. Singing should not be hard. If singing is hard, if you are struggling to sing, you need to check back in with your technique. And clearly, her technique is spot on because this whole opening is just effortless and gorgeous. Anyway, let's carry on.
Did I should about your flowers and held your hand? Should have given you all my hours when I had the chance. Take it to everybody, cause all you wanted to do was dance.
So beautiful. His voice is so different from Bruno's, like I was expecting, but at the same time, sorry, this suited so well with his voice, and it was so beautiful to watch. You guys could see clearly in my face that I was smiling the whole time.
Cause a good strong woman like you to walk out my life. Now I'll never gonna clean up the mess I made. Oh, and it haunts me every time I close my eyes.
Let's break down that section because again, beautiful. So that first section up into the head voice, breath pressure was spot on. She really kept it nice and smooth, even when she was moving up a little bit higher, and that mix was a little bit more head voice heavy. It was still gorgeous and rich in tone and beautiful and wonderful. Then we flip back into that mixed place that we were already familiar with, but with a little bit more nasal resonance, a little bit more space. She's lifting that soft palate right up, and as a result, it kind of leans a little bit more towards kind of a belt sound, a bit more of an open sound, a very subtle change to make.
Now I'll never gonna clean up the mess I made. Oh, and it haunts me every time I close my eyes. It all just sounds like ooh, ooh.
So beautiful. His voice is so specific, it's so unique. I think he has a high tone, but at the same time it's kind of like a rusty kind of voice, and it's very unique. I never heard someone singing like him before.
Too young, too dumb to realize.
Pause again. again. So to create a sound that leans a little bit more towards belt, we're not quite at belt yet, but we're starting to lean a little bit more towards that. And it's giving this second verse, as much as the melody is the same, it's giving this second verse a whole different feel. And it's really creating a build through the song as a whole. That again is a really clever choice from her as an artist. She's thinking about how to build this song as a whole, not going first verse, chorus slightly bigger, okay, yep, we're back to the same thing, I'm gonna do it the same.
Should've give you all my hours when I had the chance. Take it to everybody, cause all you wanted to do was there. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man.
Oh.
Take it to everybody, cause all you wanted to do was there. Now my baby's dancing.
Sorry, I'm pausing all the time through this bit. Tiny thing, just from like a vocal coach perspective, when she jumped up into that take you to every, if it was me personally, I would have aimed for just a slightly more forward placed sound, just so that we didn't lose that word. That being said, it still sounded gorgeous. And like I say, that is a very nitpicky thing. From a vocal coach perspective, like I have to be nitpicky because there's nothing else to point out. And it's such a tiny little thing in the grand scheme of things. Would not make a difference. But if a vocalist came in to me to have a lesson and they did that, I'd maybe suggest,
although it hurts, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong.
That wasn't me.
I know I'm probably much too late to try and apologize for my mistake, but I just wanted to know. I hope it buys you flowers. I hope you hold your hand.
woo! Can we just take a second to appreciate what we have just seen, what we have just heard? Oh my god! So there's me banging on about how wonderful her chest voice is, but on the other end of the spectrum, that head voice is bloody beautiful. Just effortlessly flips up into that. Generally, my experience with singers, like I say, every singer is very different. My experience with singers is you either have a very, very strong head voice or a very, very strong chest voice.
Take it to everybody, cause I remember how much you love to dance. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Take it to everybody, cause I remember how much you love to dance. Do all the things I should have done.
Phrase, sorry, I'm pausing again in the middle of a verse, but that phrase, you can tell that was sitting right on her passaggio, right on her break, the point where her voice wants to break from chest voice to head voice. Now, generally speaking, your head voice tends to come out a bit quieter than your chest voice. You generally just have to work harder to make your head voice as loud or as strong as your chest voice.
Do all the things I should have done.
So beautiful.
When I was your man.
Nice. So beautiful. His voice is so different from Bruno's, like I was expecting, but at the same time, this suited so well with his voice, and it was so beautiful to watch.
Do all the things I should have done when I was your man.
Need I say more, guys? I feel like I've said enough about how wonderful this is, because honestly that cover is just one of the most gorgeous versions of that song I've ever heard, and that song has been covered a lot, so that's saying a lot. Like, a lot of students do that song, a lot of people have covered that song, and I have to say that's probably one of my all-time favourites. Thanks for watching.